Good morning, it's Mike Mahoney. Wanted to show you a good way to create an incredible expired listing for sale by owner card using send out cards as the mechanism to do variable print advertising to those prospects. So let me show you this. First off, you go to the page you want to get. My URL is homevalueboston.com, which is a home valuation landing page. And what I'll do now is screenshot this. So if you look to the right of my screen, I have a little tool that pops out, and this is called Jing, Jing. And when I click on Jing, it gives me this tool which allows me to put content in the yellow box, and it will take a snapshot when I invoke this button here. So as you can see, I've now got a screenshot of my home valuation page on the screen. Okay, we're going to save this image out to our desktop so that I can get at it. So I'm just going to save that out to my desktop, click save. And now what I'll do is I want to modify this image to include a URL and some other brand specific things. So then what I'll do is I'll use the application Canva, which can be found at canva.com. Let me show that to you. Okay, so now I am inside Canva and I'm going to choose presentation. This will bring me to a blank screen, which will now allow me to upload my photo, which we saved to the desktop. And we'll just let that upload. Okay, and then once it's there, we can drag it onto the screen. And we can resize it to get rid of all this white space. Center it and do what we need to do. Now over to the left you can add in text. So I may want to put my URL on this screen here. So there are different styles of text that you can put on. And now you just double click and go on and edit this. So let me just pause for a second and I'm going to edit things and we'll go back to it in a moment. Okay, so I've essentially added in this piece here, which it's a screenshot of the valuation page. This is what it will look like. Our plan is to create a postcard with this. So simply now download. You'll want to save it as PNG, and you're going to download that from Canva. And it shows a different file name. It named it Dining in Tokyo because that was the text that was used from the template. So we're going to go show in folder, and we're just going to rename that to send out cards, expired, postcard, and then today's date, which is 6/1/2017, just so I can go back and find it. Okay. Now we're going to flip over to send out cards, and we're actually going to create a campaign. And the idea of a campaign, it's something that you build once and can use over and over again. So we're going to click Create Campaign. And we're going to click New Campaign, and we're going to call this Expired Postcard Valuation Paid Postcard. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Take off, whatever address you want to leave. You have to leave a name, but you can put whatever you want for return address information. Some people will put their office, some might put their home address, some might leave it blank. It's really entirely up to you and what's required by your state. So we're going to create a new card for this campaign, and we're going to call this Postcard 1. We're going to choose Picture Plus 2.0 card. Click Postcard. That'll bring up the template for creating a postcard. As you see, it says drag image here. We don't have the image up into Send Out Cards yet. We have to upload it. So we're going to upload that. From our computer up to Send Out Cards. And that'll populate on the left-hand side over here, at which point we'll be able to drag it on. Okay, so now this is what the front of our postcard looks like. I want to take this a step further and just show you how you can really get people's attention. So let me just get some things ready and I'll show you here. Okay, one of the nice things about Send Out Cards is you can actually add text to images. But one of the neat features is you can actually insert variables. And one of the variables that becomes an option to you is first name. Another is first name and spouse, last name and spouse name. So if I were to choose first name and I drop that onto here, it'll actually write the word first name. But when this card goes to print, as part of the printing process, it will swap out the contact records first name with the actual first name in this place. I can change the color of my font so that it works for this card. So in this case, I can write something that says first name, let's connect. We need homes like yours, Mike, or whatever you put. The point being is that when this goes to print, the card, and just so you know, anything outside of this green dashed line or box could potentially be cut off because it's going to be cut at the press. But see up there, it has this little symbol. That little symbol will be swapped out with the person's first name in the database for Send Out Cards. So, Mike, let's connect. We need homes like yours. Then it's got wonder what your home is worth, get the answer now, and it shows this little box. Get the answer now at homevalueboston.com. So that's the front. Now you get the opportunity to actually put a message in the back. So again, you would probably use first name. You'd want to change the font back to black here. And I'm just going to put some text to give you the idea. Okay, and now you can sign it off however you like. You can put as much or as little. You can put your website. Okay, and you'll hit continue. Now remember, we're in the campaign manager. And so it's going to say, when do you want to send this? So I'm assuming you want to send this immediately. If you wanted to, you could say 10 days after. You can modify this, but most people are going to just choose immediate for the first card. And this will save it to our campaign, so you'll see when I go into a contact, such as my friend out on the West Coast, Coco, if I click on her ID, right now I can choose expired postcard valuation, which is now a campaign, and click send. It'll be 1 point or 34 cents in postage. But what I really want to show you is how you do this in mass. So bear with me and I'll show you. Okay, the real power in this is that theoretically you could go over to your MLS, you could do a search for expired listings in the last month, year, what have you. Whoops, I'm logged out, so let me just log back in. And let's say that you can download things. In my case, maybe I want to download an entire street. There's everybody. I can choose that, download the records. Here's a CSV file. Then, going back over to send out cards, we actually have an import feature. So here I can import contacts, whether they be expireds, for sale by owners, canceled withdrawns, sphere, and now I'll get them into a group. So when I import them, I'm going to create a group. And as you can see here, let's call this expireds 4/7/2017. This looks like I had done this before. So now, if I want to go and apply that postcard to an entire group, I go to the search, find a contact, and then I clear all the group selections and choose the group that I want to find. So as you can see, well, no one appeared, but let me use a group that actually has people in it. Let's say that this group is the group of expireds that I want to send to. Okay, right now, anyone that's selected could potentially get this card. So I can choose to add or delete people by just checking the boxes, unchecking. Now, campaign, expired postcard valuation, it's going to prompt me because I don't have enough money to cover the postage in my account, most likely. But if I did, this would go right through. So let me send this for you. Okay, right now it's telling me it would cost me 108 points and $36 in postage. I have 938 points, so I'm fine there, but I'm short about $34 in postage. I can add postage by simply clicking expense. But as you can see, it's been 13 minutes. I built a postcard. I've shown you how to download it, and I can ship it out to 108 people in 13 minutes. If you have an interest in send out cards, please feel free to check out my website, which is makeitrainnow.com. I'll be happy to get you on the webinar and get you scheduled for a presentation one-on-one to get you signed up for this incredible system. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.